give a brief introduction of the printer software. First, you can connect the printer by clicking this button, the connect button, and then the button will turn green if connection is successful. Second, you can load STL file or even a G-code that's sliced previously. You can change the language setting if you want. On the top right is a printer setting. You can change the configuration of printers. This is an introduction of the printer setting. Make sure you need to select S300 for the machine and connection. You select the COM port after you plug in the USB cord to the machine. Extruder, you can set a nozzle diameter. We have two nozzles here, so you can use different diameters for different nozzles. Specification, you don't need to change this one. This is a preset setting for S300. After you change anything, you click OK afterward. And most important is an emergency stop. Once anything bad happens with the machine, please click the button immediately. Here you can find the model you want to print. You can load it by clicking the Add STL file and select it. You can move it or rotate it by using these buttons. Second, slicer. Click the configuration. You can change the setting of the slicer setting. We have a separate manual for you to follow it, but you can change the setting here and make sure you save and finish it. Here is material setting. You need to change it according to your printer setting and slice it afterward. This is preview. After you slice the object, you will find some information of the sliced model. The fourth one is manual control. You can control XYZ exit by clicking this button, and also home XYZ or home all. Here you can control the extruder's E, I, J, or even K axis. Here is valve control. Control it or close it. Here is to home the E, I, J axis. The final one is advanced. If you want to use Cura slicer instead of RF manufacturing, you can use it. And then finally, if you finish all the setting, here is the stop button to start the printing, and we will go through it afterward.
This part is to check motors and sensors. We first go to manual control. We can see there is a G-code input text field at the top of this page. Enter M119 in G-code input text field to check the status of sensors for each axis. You can see the result down below in the log block. According to the explanation in the manual, in a normal condition, when X and Y limit switch are touched, both X min and Y min will show trigger. The LED will show green light as well. It shows open if the limit switch is not touched. Meanwhile, LED will not light. We can quickly check the current status of sensors based on the results showing in the log. Next, we can move the nozzle to see if it is corresponding to the results showing in the log. So, according to the result of M119, X and Y limit switch are both touched. It will show trigger. It will show trigger and you can see the green light. Therefore, you can see the corresponding result on the printer. In other words, it is same as M119 test. Let's try Z limit switch. It shows open according to the result of M119. Means that it is not touched and the LED will not light. We can use the blue nozzle provided to test if Z limit switch is touched. It will show red light as you can see on the Z sensor, and showing triggered in the log by typing M119 in G-code input text field. So this is the part of checking the sensor status. Next part will be motor checking. To check if motor is working functionally, we have to back to manual control. We can see the label of X, Y, and Z axis on the top of the software. Take X axis for example. It controls the left and right movement of the nozzle. Y axis controls the back and forth movement of the nozzle. Z axis controls the up and down movement of the printing plate. We can have the simple test for today. It will be positive value in right of X direction, and we'll try clicking plus 50. As we can see, the nozzle will move 50 mm in the right direction. Let's try Y motor. Click plus 50 in Y direction. And the nozzle is moving forward 50 mm as well. Therefore, we can ensure that both X and Y motors are working. Click Home X and Home Y button to get the nozzle back to X0 and Y0. We can use the same method to test each axis motor is working or not.